Welcome to Omelie's 5th Battleforge mapmaking tutorial. In this tutorial I will be talking about the structure of the folders and files, which is essential before you actually even move into scripting. You actually need to know the structure of the files. Here we have the way the folders are set up. In Documents or My Documents, depending on your version of Windows, or even if you don't have Windows. I'm not quite sure where you put it on a Mac, but here we go. First layer is the Documents / My Documents, and then it goes to the Battleforge folder, and then to the map folder. This folder you will need to create. The next folder after that contains two files or objects. The first is the name of your map as a folder, and the name of your map as a .map file. Inside the folder for your map, you should create the following if they're not already created. Script 1, notice that there are no capitals and there is no space. Script 2, Script 3, Terrain, and UI. UI is in capitals. It's user interface. They're all folders. Inside your Script 1 folder, you will need to create the following 3 .lua files. _main. This is your main scripting file. _scriptgroups .lua, L-U-A. You might not use this, but some people do. And _scriptlist, which is probably the most important one to have in there. I'll show you an example of all three of those in a second. In your UI folder, this is where you put the loading screen artwork, which is named artwork.jpg. The description, which pops up on the loading screen, it's normally about 70 characters or something. It's something ridiculous for user-made maps. It's practically not even useful. A minimap.bmp. This is created via the map editor. I'll show you where you create that. You go up to the top to camera and create minimap experimental. That will automatically create it in the right folder directory. The last one is a minimap.jpg. This is for if you want to upload an image of your minimap to the forums. You'll need to have it in JPG form. You can do that via Paint. Just load the BMP into Paint and then save as .jmp. The last one in the your map name folder is the goals.xml. This will pop up in game as the little goal box next to the minimap. If you go through the tutorials already made by Battleforge, they'll actually show you how to get that working. Here is an example of the folder structure. I've done a little mock-up of it. I'll also upload this in a RAW so you can see for yourself. Here's your documents or your My Documents folder. You go into that, there will be Battleforge and then map, and then this is whatever you saved your map as in the map editor. You go into that, this will be your folder structure, and there might be a cutscene folder, but you don't really need to worry about that. In script 1 there will be these 3 files that you should create. Main lao, this is where all your main scripting goes in. We won't worry about that for now. Script groups, you don't need to worry about that for now. And script lists. Script lists basically calls up the different scripts that aren't automatically called up. The automatically called up scripts are these three here. They will automatically be loaded when you start a game or a map. This one here will tell the game which scripts to load up. These two sections here are actually commented out. They won't load. They're just commenting in the code so you know what's going on. This one here will load up. Notice the formatting of return and then the funny bracket and then the speech mark, and then this is setup underscore goals to allow is one of your extra script files, and then speech mark and then comma and then exiting with the return bracket. In terrain, this stuff will be automatically done by the editor when you save your map. You don't need to worry about that. In UI, this is an example of what you will have in there. And this is the goals file. That is actually talked about in the official editor tutorials, so we won't go into that. Here is an example of my messy random map folder, which is where you normally save your map before you transfer it to the map folder, so you can run it in game. This is my tutorial map as it stands so far. Obviously no scripting or anything, just the terrain and objects which are all stored in here. That is basically the start of what you need to know for scripting in short, sweet form. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. You probably need to rewatch it a couple times so you get a handle on the actual structure. And keep an eye out for the raw file, which I will be uploading to the forum. Alright, see ya.